Hi, my name is Robin O'Driscoll and I work as an account manager for Food Cloud in Ireland. I see the future of food banks being at the heart of a fairer food system for everyone.
Our wish for the food banks of the future is that we become a natural part of the value chain of the industry, and we also hope that food banks will be a natural way to share our surplus with other people, whenever it's a surplus of food, of energy, of joy, or something completely different, because we can all tribute to make a better future.
I'd like to see less of them, and I'd like to see less of a reliance on them.
So I see the future of food banks being more along technology and using technology to connect communities to good food.
In the future, I imagine food banks as a reliable actor, fully recognized as part of the food supply chain, with many young people involved, both in the managing part and at European and national level, and as volunteers. I believe that young generation involved in food banks can contribute with new and innovative ideas all around Europe for the people and for the planet.
Hello, my name is Kira and I am from Food Cloud in Ireland. For me, there are two main elements that will pave the way for the future of food banking. The first one is the promotion and endorsement of sustainability across the food chain. I think as food banks, we are at the forefront of food poverty, and we see every day how vital a resource food is, but also how much it is taken for granted by many people in the world. And we see where there is waste across the entire food chain, from farming to consumers at business, government, and consumer level. And I believe that it is our duty to promote and endorse sustainability across all of these different levels. I think it's so important, and I think that it is the way that we will tackle food poverty in the future. And two examples, and there's so many examples of where food banks can make a real difference here. In Food Cloud, we take part in gleaning every year, and that's an amazing way to save food going to waste, and to give that back to our community. Obviously, allotment and community gardens are also an amazing, and community farms, amazing way to be sustainable and promote sustainability. And also, crowd farming is something that's quite new in Europe, that we're seeing. And I find that's really exciting. And I think if food banks can get behind these types of initiatives, and really promote sustainability, as I said, at business, government, and consumer level, I think that we will play a huge part in reducing food poverty in the future. The second thing that I believe food banks will really need to embrace in the future, and I think we've been saying this for a long time, but it's technology. I think if the last couple of months have taught us anything, it's that by embracing technology, we can really be effective. We can adapt to change. And I think that I've seen it in Food Cloud itself. I've seen it across many other food banks. Those that are embracing technology, they are really becoming more and more effective, increasing their impact. And whether it's a more up-to-date CRM system, a more up-to-date effective warehouse management system, understanding your data better, working together with other food banks to knowledge share across this, and whether it's having a platform for logistics or a platform for food donation coordination. There's so many tools out there, and it can be quite overwhelming. However, if technology is embraced, it will ultimately make us more and more effective. And I think just embracing it, leaning into the fear of it, is really going to help us into the future to, again, tackle food poverty, tackle food waste, and help those in our communities where we can. So they're my thoughts. Thanks for listening.
In the future, I imagine food banks as realities full of young people with innovative and dynamic ideas to keep up with the challenges of the world.
So ideally in the future, food banks are no longer necessary because no food is wasted and poverty and hunger don't exist. But that's probably a bit too optimistic, so I hope for the future of food banks that they are recognized and supported as the important actor they are in our social systems and their contribution towards a more sustainable food system.
I see food banks in the future as being a means of establishing and promoting SDG 12.3 as a standard in the food industry. I also see it as being a means of establishing and achieving SDG number 2, zero hunger.